Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here with me today because I'm about to take you on a little journey, one that's all about self-discovery, growth, and a bit of fun. Today, I want to share my 7-day glow-up experiment, inspired by all those viral TikTok trends we see every day. You know the ones, where people seem to transform overnight with just a few simple changes. The idea was simple. I'd try out 5 of the most popular habits for a whole week and see if they could actually make a real difference in my life, not just on camera. I wasn't searching for a dramatic makeover or a brand new me, just hoping for small moments of joy, connection, and maybe a little extra confidence in my daily routine. My goal was simple: to feel more present, more nourished, and maybe even a little more sparkly from the inside out. I wanted to see if these habits could help me shine in my own unique way. So, I cleared my schedule, set aside distractions, and promised to be my own loving guide for these 7 days, treating myself with kindness and patience. Each morning, I'd wake up with the sun, nourish my body with good food, and move with intention, whether that meant stretching, walking, or just taking a few deep breaths. I wanted to see if these small, mindful habits could help me reconnect with myself in a deeper, more meaningful way, and maybe even spark some new inspiration. This is my honest journal, full of sleepy mornings, tiny victories, and gentle lessons learned along the way. It's not always easy, but it's always real. I hope my story inspires you to find your own way to glow, no matter where you start. Let's begin this journey together and see what a week of intention can do. What were these 5 habits? Here's what I chose: 5 simple yet powerful invitations to transform my daily routine and hopefully my mindset too. First, waking up at 5 a.m., a real challenge, but a chance to enjoy quiet before the world wakes up. Those early hours felt like a secret gift, giving me space to breathe, reflect, and set the tone for my day before any distractions could creep in. Second, drinking 2 liters of water daily. It sounds simple, but it's surprisingly easy to forget when life gets busy. I wanted to see if staying hydrated would boost my energy and help me feel more refreshed throughout the day. Third, morning ice rolling, a cold, refreshing ritual to wake up my skin. It's a small act of self-care that made me feel more awake and ready to face whatever the day had in store. Fourth, 30 minutes of movement every day. Not just exercise, but intentional, joyful movement, whether it was yoga, a walk outside, or dancing in my living room. I wanted to reconnect with my body and make movement something I looked forward to. Fifth, journaling before bed to clear my mind and practice gratitude. Taking a few minutes each night to reflect helped me process my day and end it on a positive note. These habits promised more energy, clearer skin, and a calmer mind. I was excited to see if these small changes could really add up to something bigger. I was curious. Would they really make a difference in just a week? Could these tiny shifts in my routine actually transform how I felt inside and out? My plan was simple: show up, do my best, and observe. No judgment, just curiosity. I wanted to approach this experiment with an open mind and see what I could learn about myself along the way. I wanted to see if these small changes could add up to something meaningful, and maybe even inspire a new way of living, one mindful habit at a time. Day 1. The start of something new always feels a little daunting, and this was no exception. The 5 a.m. alarm was brutal, echoing in the darkness, but I kept my promise to myself and pushed through the urge to hit snooze. I stumbled to the kitchen, started on my water, and tried the ice roller. Cold, but surprisingly nice. The chill woke me up more than the coffee I usually rely on. My morning movement was gentle yoga in the quiet dawn. The world felt still, and for a moment, so did my mind. The rest of the day felt more grounded and less rushed. I noticed I was more present even during the usual chaos. Journaling that night, I felt proud for simply showing up. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress, and that mattered. Day 2 was a bit easier. My body still protested, but my mind was a little more prepared for the challenge. The early wake-up was still tough, but I knew what to expect. There was comfort in the routine, even if it was new. Water, ice rolling, and movement became a rhythm. Each step felt a little less forced, a little more natural. I took a walk with my dog, Benji, and noticed more energy in the afternoon. The fresh air felt like a reward for my early start. Journaling helped me reflect on the small wins and the ongoing struggle with early mornings. I realized that change is uncomfortable, but it's also where growth happens. The biggest lesson? It wasn't about perfection. It was about trying, learning, and showing up for myself one morning at a time. By day 3, Waking up early felt less like a battle and more like a quiet agreement. My body started to anticipate the routine. I looked forward to the stillness, the water, and the cool touch of the ice roller. Movement felt joyful. Sometimes yoga, sometimes dancing in my living room. By day 4, I felt a surge of energy and even got a compliment on my glowing skin. The habits were becoming natural, not forced. I used the extra morning time to read, something I rarely do. Journaling at night helped me notice small moments of beauty. Clean eating in the background meant no afternoon crashes. The habits were weaving together, creating a tapestry of self-care. I felt nourished, calm, and really good. By day 6, these habits were anchors in my day. The 5 a.m. wake-up was now easy, and the ice roller felt like a little luxury. My skin looked clearer and more hydrated. I had steady energy, no afternoon slump. Movement was a long hike with Benji, and I felt strong. Journaling brought comfort and clarity. On day 7, I woke up before my alarm, fully in tune with my new rhythm. I felt lighter, more patient, and more connected to myself. The glow-up was real, not just in how I looked, but in how I felt. The week reminded me that small, consistent acts of self-care can have a big impact. It wasn't about becoming someone new, it was about coming home to myself. What did I learn? Consistency matters more than intensity. The 5 habits work together, each supporting the others. Daily movement, hydration, and journaling are keepers for me. Ice rolling is a treat I'll use when I need a boost. The hardest part was the 5 a.m. wake-up, but I loved the quiet time. I'll keep it for weekdays and let myself sleep in on weekends. The key is flexibility and self-compassion. If you're curious, start with one habit, maybe more water or a week of journaling. Don't aim for perfection. Find what makes you feel good. Every small step is a step toward well-being. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Start with one gentle habit, maybe 30 minutes of movement. It could be a walk, stretching, or dancing in your kitchen. The goal is to connect with your body and feel good. Your glow-up will look different from mine, and that's perfect. Be curious, be kind to yourself, and enjoy the process. There's no finish line, just a gentle return to yourself day after day. You're already whole, exactly as you are. Begin with what feels good. Take that first small step, whatever it is, and do it with love. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Sending you so much love. Find what feels good and enjoy the ride. Namaste.